Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, May 16th, Friday, May 16th of 2025. I'm Gio Benecourt, and this is a recording done right about an hour and 15 minutes prior to the USA session open. Well, it is Friday, and what we're looking at, basically, the markets are consolidating. Yesterday was pretty much a flattish day for the NASDAQ. Obviously, we are waiting to see how tariffs have obviously impacted prices in states. Walmart CEO did said that this embargo on China goods, if you will, has obviously incremented costs for them. And next week we will have Home Depot and Target to report earnings, and they'll show a better picture, obviously, also about pricing and inflation is in the works. So for now, I'm going to anticipate that even though we are in a second day where basically we are equal highs, equal lows, and as obviously that's a setup for a breakout or a breakdown, we could anticipate or speculate and move higher. That could be speculated. Let's see if that will be the case. I mean, this could also just retrace somewhat and come back to revisit yesterday's low. We are basically revisiting yesterday's high. So it is Friday, so a lot of people also just close their positions out. The S&P 500 in this scenario today is actually getting fluctuating above our first level of resistance. Yesterday, it basically did the same as the Nasdaq, but it did show a body. So there's more volume in the S&P. So therefore, I'm gonna move my second to be that psychological round value of 6,000, and then leave the second one as the first one for today. I'm gonna bring up our level of support to right about yesterday's open and just use yesterday's range as those supports and see if it will be met by the market. Obviously, today the S&P is showing some green, so go with momentum. The Dow, however, yesterday did obviously fluctuate to the low, but they rebound and it broke our first level of resistance, and today is violating our second one, so we need to update those two. I'm gonna use 42,700-ish as my first level of resistance, and then 43,000 just because it's a psychological value right around there. As far as support goes, let's use yesterday's same range, the open, and the swing low. Let's see how much more of fluctuation to the upside we'll see on the Dow. Crude oil yesterday had a pretty wild swing as well. It did open with a gap down. It fluctuated to our first level of support. It retraced and closed above the 20 moving average today. It's kind of doing the same. So could we speculate for another momentum to the downside? The RSI is below the 50, so implying that momentum to the downside is being built up. So therefore, what I'm gonna do is I'm usually gonna leave the same levels that we have for support, but I'm gonna bring down use $62 as a round value also, and then right around the middle of that gap as my second level of resistance. So we have our levels for today. Nat Gas. Here we have Nat Gas fluctuating to the downside. It has been moving lower. I mean, a correction could be made, profit taking could be made also. We have the 20-day moving average with the medium above the market today. So let's see if that will be enough for the market to find those sellers. I'm going to use yesterday's swing high as my second level of resistance. So going with the momentum, going with the trend, which is lower down selling. All right, so gold, pretty wild swings on gold. So take a look. This candle closes at 32.40. This one opens at 32.40, right where it's at, and it drops. So obviously our levels have been broken. So I'm going to use that swing high and the 20-day moving average as my second level of support. I'm going to use yesterday's swing low as my first level. Actually, no, 31.50. It's right there. 31.50 is a level that always happens to find that psychological support. So I'm going to use that and then yesterday's swing low. And speculation is going to stay there, just sideways trading within range. Silver is also trading lower. We need to see how the dollar index is doing. Perhaps that's why. So I'm going to actually tighten up our levels. I'm actually going to bring up to the lower boundary band and that swing low from yesterday. It could just rebound from there. That's a pretty strong move to the downside, and it's got to be cut out, some profit taken soon. So then we have copper, which was making that ascending triangle. It did move lower also yesterday, but it did recover and close the green. Today we're seeing that actually is the other case. So I'm going to use the 20 and the 50 day average as resistance. I'm going to leave the same levels of support and see if at least revisiting yesterday's low, I'm actually bring that up to yesterday's low, see if that will be support for the copper. Bitcoin is flattish, consolidation, looking for a breakout or a breakdown. Same levels kind of left there. Then we have the euro, the currencies. I'm gonna just time that up. Use the same levels of resistance that we have. So basically, it's within range of the whole last 3 days. The pound also in the same level. Actually, resistance is quite high. I'm gonna bring it up to that swing high, and then 134 round value. See if you can find some support or resistance around there. Then we have the dollar index, which looks to just taking it easy today. Let's see what will happen. It is Friday, so keep that in mind. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday.